Questions that you may be asked is, can I get this rig in and out of my driveway?
I'm super high.
It's not a motorcycle, baby. It's a chopper. Come on, let's go.
Welcome back. Riders on the Norm. Tuesday morning. I hope Monday treated you well. The Mad Dog's got me at the house on these Mondays and Fridays as I am working on the podcast. She's got a little honey-do list for me. I guess we got to get some shit done if we're blowing town. So we got a few projects going around. Fuck. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I feel like it's going to be. So, there you go. Hey, this thing's brought to you by a few people. You guys know it. First Manufacturing Company. Hooking us up with the turbine jacket and the Smarty pants. Fucking love those things. We're actually, I guess, going to be putting these... we need to put some photos together for this shit. Scott's got his mini bike on the way back down from PA. Old Metric Mike has been fucking tuning and testing his ride. I need him to tune and test mine after the fucking blowout against the wall. We'll see if we get that thing fixed before the fucking races come. In fact, Ed's got my front end that I bought that little freaking PW80 or maybe it's a 50. I think it's a PW80 front end to kind of fab up to that freaking little Baja Doodlebug. Give me a little bit more speed into the turns, maybe. But anyways, he's fabbing up like a neck so that we can fit this thing on there, and he's also working on some mid controls for me. So I've got these mids that are on my shovel, on my chopper, that Ed made. God, I guess when we were building that bike freaking a couple years ago. Well, it turns out finding a simple set of freaking mid-controls is not the fucking easiest thing on earth for like an open belt shovel. So we came up with some stuff. Ed fabbed me up something, and I think we're going to make a few runs of these. So keep your eyes open and your ears open, I guess, for these freaking mid-controls. So we'll be putting those out at some point. I guess on the website once we get them drawn up and start making a few of them. But they're pretty sick. They just kind of look like the stock mid control on the brake side. So it just cleans. I guess just gives you a little clean look. We're working on it. We're working on some designs, but that's going to be coming. But anyways, back to freaking First Manufacturing. If you go to their website, firstmfgco.com. You can find that stuff. I left a review for the turbine jacket. It's fucking badass. Just check it out. Also, Death Science. You've got the promo code. If you go to deathscience.bigcartel.com, promo code ROTN, you get 15% off. And then of course we got Get Lowered. Look, these guys they are taking care of us. They're keeping this show going. If you go to their website, getlowered.com, you can find, all the shit that they've got. They're carrying stuff mostly for, choppers, bobbers, freaking custom built stuff. But there's something on there for everybody. If you got a bagger, I'm sure they got some stuff they can hook you up with. If you got a little stock Sportster or something like that, I'm sure they've got some shit they can hook you up with there there as well. In fact, I know they do, because I've been eyeballing a few things for my tracker build that we haven't gotten started on yet. So, there's just a bunch of shit coming up. Man, we need to get on the freaking move here. And then also we've got the damn. Well, we'll get back to the Winnebago here in a second. Chopcult.com. If you're on the website while you're there, don't be lazy. Sign up for a free membership while you're there. It's awesome. It helps everybody out. They're helping out the show. So we try to do what we can to send some folks their way too. And then Show Class Mag, they've got a promo code NORMRIDERS. They get you 15% off. And then, of course, Black Dagger Apparel, they've been hooking it up. they've got a promo code as well, ROTN. Get you, I think, I got to look and see what they got. It gets you some discount that's on there. So, what else? A freaking website, ridersonthenorm.com. If you go there, we've made a few changes. Chris Haig, he hooked it up. He's got a website, theemptyearth.com. But anyways, he's a listener of the show. Freaking hit me up and said, hey, man, I heard you need some help with the website. And he did it. So, fucking A. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. But while you're there, you can find the donate button is right on the front page. And, man, anything that you guys can throw to it, $1, $2, whatever, it helps out big time. I'm doing this thing freaking 2 days a week now. And as we get out to Nashville here towards the end of the summer, it's going to be kind of a full-time gig. So I am pressing everybody, listeners, companies, listeners that have companies, anybody that wants to get involved and wants to sponsor the show to keep this thing going and keep me working on it. It'd be fucking awesome. Really cool. It would help out a lot. So check that out. There's a support button on there that'll send you to our Patreon. We've got a bunch of people that are chipping in on this thing. There's about 41 of you guys that are contributing to the Patreon. Whether it's $1, $5, there's a couple people donating freaking $20 a month, which is awesome. God, if we could get everybody to donate $1 a month, I mean, hell, it would definitely take care of me for the month. That's for sure. So let's see if we can fucking do that this week. Let's see if we can get as many people as we can to jump on to ridersonthenorm.com/support. It'll send you right over to the Patreon. Sign up. It's fucking easy. You do it one time, and then it's just recurring. Throw $1 in there. Throw $3. You won't miss it. I hope you don't miss $1 or $3 a month. If you do, you got some problems, and I don't need you to be contributing because I need you to take care of your shit. All right. So what do we got going on? What kind of chopper stuff do we have going on? What we're doing is we're trying to get get Maddie's bike sold. The Sportster. Dude, that thing is a fucking killer bike. It's a little 883 David Bird hardtail. We're trying to sell that thing so that we can get working on her shovel head. It's sitting here without a motor right now because it's still in my bike. Davo's got my motor up in Jacksonville, which he's been working on getting his new shop set up. And I told him we're on a time crunch at this point because I'm taking off. So he's going to have that done here soon, and then we'll have Maddie's bike starting to be built, which we went back and forth for... God, we've been going back and forth since I bought that thing right before Daytona of whether or not we're going to do a hardtail or just leave it as a swing arm. But after being in fucking Nashville, one of our buddies out there, Taylor, dude, he's got a sick fucking... It's a Dyna fucking chopper is basically what it is. A damn FX, I guess it was an FXE. I'm not sure. I didn't get all into the nomenclature of it, but it is it's a swing arm chopper and it looks fucking killer. So, I mean, it kind of changed my mind. I had my bike set up before we hardtailed it as a swing arm, and I mean, it was fucking cool. So the only thing that concerns me about it is how little Maddie is. And how big that fucking bike would be. So, I got to figure it out. Maybe we build that thing and I rip it around and pass her the chopper for her to rip around when she wants to ride. Because that thing's fucking nice and tight and tiny. I like them like that. Oh, shit. Freaking Big Scott's bike, I guess, is going to Fuel Cleveland. Which I did not find out about until... I saw it on fucking Instagram. It'd be nice if he was damn communicating with me on shit like this. But Fuel Cleveland is coming up. Let's see here. What are the dates of that? I think it's coming up like next weekend or something. when is it? July 29th. Not next weekend. Coming up, though. July 29th up in Cleveland. The Scott's freaking shovelhead that Rhett built is going to be up there. And Jason painted that. If you guys haven't seen that bike, jump on freaking Lowbrow Customs Instagram, at Lowbrow Customs, and you'll see it on there. It's dude, it's like freaking that bike's fucking sick. It really is. Rhett did a killer job on that thing, and it's awesome that he's getting the recognition that he fucking deserves, because that's one of the nicest dudes that you'll ever meet. So, anyways, check that out. I'm sure we'll be pushing out a little bit more information about Fuel Cleveland as it comes up and gets a little closer, which, I mean, fuck, it's going to be here in 2 weeks. So, fuelcleveland.com, check it out. If you can get up there, be pretty sick. Check out all that stuff. Panhead Jim is going to be up there. Panhead Jim swung by the house last week. He was in town picking some stuff up from the powder coating spot, and that it's here in town. It's Potter's place. So when he left there, he called me and goes, "Hey man, I got a fucking cooler full of fresh seafood." Apparently his father-in-law puts him to work when he comes and visits, and has him reeling in all these damn nets. So he brought us a bunch of clams and crab and shrimp, and dude, we about fed all the neighborhood and their kids that night. So Jim, that was cool, man. We really appreciate that. Anytime you're in town, swing by the house and sit down with me. Let's have a talk. Oh, and speaking of which, fucking Austin and his wife Stevie stopped by, Gantman on Instagram. Dude, they hung out. They came down from Norfolk with a buddy of theirs, stayed at the KOA that me and Scott are always talking about at the front of the neighborhood, and hit me up. He's like, "Dude, I'm at the fucking KOA. What's up?" So I hit him back and told him to swing by the house, the studio/house, and he came bearing gifts. Had a damn case of Modelo's and a little freaking Winnebago, like, figurine. It's fucking badass. Little toy Winnebago. So we've got that in the studio now. Austin, I appreciate it, man. It's fun hanging out with you guys. There's going to be a lot happening as we get towards the end of the summer and start packing this place up. But what we're going to do is, I feel like I'm having a few people hit me up saying, "All right, so what's up with the show? If you're leaving and Scott's not obviously in Nashville with you, how are you guys going to do this?" So don't fucking worry. We've got it handled. I've got a small interface and Scott's microphone that we're going to hook up at his place. And so we'll just be able to do it. We'll be able to do it from each of our houses. So, I mean, we're probably going to do a few test runs before we roll. That way I'm here and I can fucking walk him through stuff if something's not working. But, oh God, I'm getting this damn burp out here. Sorry. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to run it kind of remotely from house to house. So he'll still be on Friday's show, and it'll be me still on Monday's show with whoever I've got on with me. So I guess there'll be days that I'm just freaking rolling solo, but fuck, I better get busy and start doing some shit, making some stuff happen, because I mean, fucking hammering out an hour with yourself is, well, I guess it could be a little insane if you try to do that all the time. Fuck, I guess plenty of people do it. Anyways, so look, we had on the show this week, good buddy of ours, good buddy of the show, and actually just a very good friend of mine, old Joe Zamorski, and he came in and sat down with me on Friday. We've been getting I've been trying to knock out some interviews and stuff when I have these days off, so that at least I'm doing something with my fucking time and not wasting away. So look, before we get into it, let's go ahead and play a little bit of fucking Orange Goblin. I feel like I haven't fired you fucking guys up here in a little while. Orange Goblin will get you going. Here we go. Rage of Angels. Did you get the parts ordered for your bike?
Man, I finally found everything that I needed. I just bought everything. Everything should be in the mail.
What are you doing it? Are you trying to do it yourself? Are you going to do it yourself?
I am doing it myself.
Yeah.
I actually
You split fucking cases and everything on it.
split the cases. 84 Evo. You know, I had a bunch of brass and metal in the oil. I kept hearing a knock, so I kept driving around. I, kept thinking it was my push rods loose, whatnot. So finally I opened up the damn cam chest. Dude, I had a handful of brass and metal. So I was like, all right, obviously I have a problem. So I started pulling the shit apart. Man, I saved everything. There wasn't anything wrong with the cam, lifters, push rod, pistons, barrels, heads. Everything was completely fine. Except for the flywheel.
Damn it.
And the rods. Unsavable.
Yeah.
Completely chewed.
Stay on that thing.
They completely chewed through the flywheel, where the actual bushings sit for your side play, for your piston, I guess, cage bearings or whatnot.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I've never been that deep in one, so I really don't know.
Yeah,
what
you
you're
just
talking
got
about.
you got your flywheel, and then you got your crank pin in between the two flywheels.
Okay.
And then you got your pinion rod that comes out one side, and then you got your sprocket rod that comes out one side.
All right.
So everything twists on that crank pin.
Yeah.
And there's bearings, and then you got your two rods that hold the pistons.
Right.
Well, that bearing in between the races of the rods and the crank pin shattered. Some of the rolling pins were broken in half. The cage was completely demolished in 1,000 pieces. But that was the only thing that messed up on the whole thing. I was able to clean up everything, and I'm just waiting on a new flywheel and rods assembled. Got it from a guy off eBay. Talked to him numerous times. Hopefully it is what he is. Trued, balanced.
Yeah.
It's a 79 shovel flywheel, but I got an 84 Evo.
It's the same thing.
Shovel head bottom.
Yeah.
Same crank, sprocket crank output shaft.
So what do you do to? Are you going to check that? Like, how do you are you taking it to somebody to have them look at it, or do you know what you're looking at?
Yeah, I know what I'm looking at. I talked to the guy, and he said it'll fit. He said if I'm working with a later Evo, I'd have to change the pinion shaft in the gear, which it shouldn't be. He sent me numerous pictures and measurements, and it adds up to exactly what I took out of the bike.
Yeah.
I believe 73 through 90, they use the same flywheel. It's just
No shit.
I think it's just the sprocket shaft and the pinion shaft is the difference, and I think the crank pin may be wider or thinner or something along those lines.
Have you did you ever go into the bottom end of your shovel?
Never went into the bottom end. Absolutely everything else except for the bottom end. So this is a first for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Specialty tools.
there are specialty tools, like the left side case, you got to press bearings on, and you need a bearing puller.
Yeah.
But I went to good old Harbor Freight
Fucking right.
and got a press.
Yeah.
So I was able to press everything out of the left case of the flywheel, get all the bearings off, and I went to Harbor Freight and bought one of the bearing pullers, and then I have the main shaft tool to correctly tighten up your bearing to that left side of the case. So
Yeah.
I've got everything that I need. The big thing is I'm probably going to bring it to try to, after I'm done, and see what they think about it. But everything, I've done a few crazy things in my life, and I'm getting good at trusting myself. But it's tough when you got on a bike and you just got done building and doing all that work. You're straight up fucking scared. You're
yeah.
Did I do this right? Did I do this right? I'm the kind of person that checks over things 1,000 times, and I still,
Worry.
am scared.
Yeah.
Something's gonna blow out the side of it.
Well, dude, it's crazy that it was running and riding around, right? You were just hearing some shit.
I was hearing some shit. I got the bike from a really nice dude. He bought it from another guy that had problems with the wife, got divorced. So he had it sat, and the guy said that he needed a top end build. Well, it sat for a long time. Finally, that guy put it up on Craigslist, and I was like, all right, hell yeah, that's what I want as an early Evo.
Yeah.
So went and got it. Man, I checked the play of the rods and, turned the flywheel and whatnot. I didn't hear anything. Sounded fine, so I went with it. So about 6 months went by, and I got done doing whatever I needed to do, threw it together and everything.
Yeah.
Bam, started up, sounded good, full compression and everything. I checked my tappet screen, and it had a little bit of metal in it, and I was like, so I thought, okay, maybe that was just from previous running through the system, because I changed the oil a few times. Well, come to find out, that was a bigger problem than I thought it was a small problem.
Right.
So I literally probably put 100 miles on the bike and started hearing a low knock. I was like, all right. So I pulled out my push rods, checked those. About 3 of those were bent. And they look like the original. You know, they're not the easy install. You know,
Right.
in the Evos, you need to get the easy install without removing the tappets and the heads.
Right.
So cut those out. Got some thick tapered aluminum, fully adjustable, easy to put in there. You know, without breaking everything apart. Put that in there, and it cleared up the noise for
What'd
a little
you do?
while.
Just fucking cut those things out of there?
Yeah, I cut the old chromoly ones.
Yeah.
Just cut them out there with a lock cutter.
Yeah.
You know, got them out of there and threw those other ones in. Started up fine, sounded great. So went on a short ride around to River Road, Carolina Beach Road with Vinny. Came home. As I parked it, I heard there was like a lower tone in it. Like it had a hard time, you know, like, I don't know. It just had like a...
Yeah, you could hear...
around motorcycles, you get better hearing the noises and the tones of it. You know, so it dropped the tone. I was like, all right, something's not right. And
fuck.
I know, like, fuck. So I went I checked a few things, drove around my neighborhood without my helmet off, and that knock was twice as bad, and it was back. So that's when I decided to start checking more things, pulled the push rods out, cam chest open, and that's where I started off my story is metal. So as soon as I did that, I walked in the house, was cussing, and my wife just knew her life had changed for at least a couple months. She just looked at me like,
I'm not going to see you.
At all.
Well, you'll be in the shop in the backyard at least.
You know, and I used to hang out everywhere but at the house.
Right.
You know? So now I'm at the house doing all these things in the garage, and now I'm getting bitched at that I'm not in the house.
God, they just want to get you closer and closer.
Yeah.
But you know, my buddy Clay told me one time, he goes, you know, we get mad because they just want to spend time with us. And it's kind of, if you look at it that way, it's kind of like, yeah, you're fucking right. Like, at least I've got a wife that wants to spend some fucking time with you. Right. Instead of, like, you guys hating each other.
Out at the club, and you're like wondering what she's doing.
Exactly.
And shit like that.
So it's a good problem to have.
It is.
You know?
It is. By the way, I love you, honey.
Yeah, if she's listening to this.
She will be listening. She will be.
So, now we're just waiting on parts to get up.
Literally waiting on parts, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm freaking nervous to make sure everything's right. You know, there's a few things I'm changing, like the inner primary seals. You know, they had the separate race on the, you know, it's a 4-speed. So it has a separate race that goes on first, the shaft, you press it on the shaft, and then it has a bearing that is inside the inner primary. Well, that race likes to run to the inside of the primary, which opens up a gap on the back side of the seal of the inner primary. Yeah. And spews oil.
Okay.
So I'll be switching that out to a closed bearing and a smaller oil seal.
Why don't you just go with an open belt?
I probably am, but there's a few things I have to check. It's probably going to be one of those things where I get everything right on the motor, which I thought I had. Yeah. And probably throw together what I have right now, make sure everything is good on the motor, and then I'll jump to that. But I will be putting on my kicker. Yeah. Yeah.
On this round.
Yeah, on this round, which I have everything. It's just the gears that came with the bike were completely chewed. So I gotta get some of those. So it'll be steps. I gotta get that motor strong as hell before anything. You know?
The only reason I say the open belt is just because it's so much easier.
It is, and you can see what's going on, and you know it's leaking, and you know it's not the freaking primary. Yeah, that fucking primary has just been spewing oil the whole time since I've rode it, which is only 100 miles. So
you can get those for relatively pretty cheap too, like a BDL setup.
I've seen a couple of those
on eBay. Did you look on eBay?
I did, and I seen a couple in the mid twos. Yeah, 200 to 300, I think. Yeah. So I will eventually go that way, but before I know everything is where I want it to be, I want that electric start. You know, I don't want to be kicking the shit out of it. Fucking, you know. Yeah. I know what that's all about. It'll wear your ass out. So.
Hoping it's going to start. You're going, is it fucking, is it timed right? Or is it just not fucking starting?
I'll tell you what.
That's there, just in case.
Okay, cool. Dude, it's, You know, it started like a fucking champ. That starter and everything on that is good to go. I love it. But now, you know, it's just like my shovel. I had so many I love that freaking thing. But I had
that was a cool fucking bike.
Yeah, I had so many things like that I wanted to do to it, and I did, but I could never get that fucking thing to stop smoking. And dude, I have problems with, I guess, OCD when it comes to shit like that. If it's doing something a little bit wrong, I'll take the whole motherfucking part and redo it.
Yes, you will.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like to have my shit right, so hopefully this time around it'll be right. But yeah, I love that shovel. I can't remember where I was going with that story.
I don't either. The fuck were we talking about that? Just putting shit together.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Doing it. I don't think that's what we were talking about.
Oh, saying the problems. You know, I just hope that I don't have the problems all the time with this Evo.
Yeah.
As I did with the shovel. Because I love my shovel, but man, that thing gave me a fucking fit all the time. Which I know happens all the time. You know, older Harleys, you know, early 80s to earlier, you're going to be working on them. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
Right.
It's just I like to hop on a motherfucker and be reliable.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like the fucking piston ain't gonna blow out the fucking side of the damn barrel or some shit like that.
So my motor is Davo's got it. Freaking. Did you talk to Davo?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. I'm trying to go the route of learn. And I don't know Davo, and I've heard nothing but good things, especially from you guys. But I'm kind of person that I'll go around the first time to see if I can do it, and if I don't, then I'll go to somebody.
Okay. The only reason I asked was Vinny was asked, or you had asked for his number, and I think Vinny did too.
Yeah.
But if Davo's cool, if you got like questions, he can probably help you out too,
right?
If you run into that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I don't have an ego problem, but it's more like I have a problem of not wanting to bother people. I feel like I bother people when it comes to shit like that, you know? And
dude, believe me, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because that's how the dude makes his living.
Right.
And it's taking time away from him working and making money to fuck with you or me
or
anybody else. Yeah. That's any mechanic.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah. And I just don't want to take his time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. He does some cool shit.
Yeah.
He's got some rad-ass bikes and shit.
Dude, he does, and he's busy as fuck all the time.
I bet.
And he's a dude, he's a fucking motor guru for sure. Like he's actually like a shovelhead. Oh fuck, any of them. Let's just say Evo and back, like guru.
Yeah. Like
he knows all these old fucking motors.
Ah, it's so cool.
It is cool, and he'll tell you some fucking crazy shit, and I don't ever remember it because it's just like over my head stuff that he's talking about.
Right.
But just like little shit, like something that they did in this fucking year on this motor, and check it out, there it is, and you're like, holy fuck. Like I would have never noticed that.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah. That's the thing with a lot of these crazy ass nice choppers, man. These people go into so much detail. Like some of these bikes, like a Born Free that I've seen, they are insane.
Yeah.
They have so many details to the point somebody would have to point out some of the details because you would never see them.
Yeah.
God, people build some awesome shit. It
is
unbelievable.
Man. It's pretty incredible the amount of time that it must take to and thought to put into all that shit, where I personally, I don't know if it's just like my attention span, like I could not stay on, like I got to get the shit freaking like done.
Oh yeah.
And on the road.
That's my problem. Is like, you know, once I take something apart, fucking I'm going until the motherfucker's back together.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't seen my wife in about a week and a half. I mean, I have, but
right.
It's like everything in the back of my mind is that fucking motorcycle.
Yeah. Dude, Maddie does the same shit with me. And I've told her, like, if there's something wrong with the van, for instance, like, and really before the van was my only vehicle, but if there's something wrong with something, like, I need it And I'm not as OCD as you are. If there's something like slightly wrong, like
Yeah.
I will Band-Aid some shit.
Yeah.
Which is not good, but I will, or I'll put some shit off. But I do feel like if there's something in my head that I need to get fucking done, that's like the only thing I can fucking focus on. And I've had to explain to her because she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I'm like, "There's nothing fucking wrong. I just got this shit on my mind right now." I'm going through in my head how the fuck I'm going to fucking replace a drive shaft on this 1978 fucking Chevy van.
That's good work ethic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of the kids coming up now, no offense, I mean, they fucking have no work ethic.
Yeah.
They won't get out there and get their hands dirty.
Oh, yeah.
It's like mommy, daddy, or hey, will you do this for me? That shit's got to stop.
Yeah. You don't have to say no offense.
Oh, okay.
Fuck those little kids.
Fuck them then.
Yeah. Fuck those little kids.
Yeah, you know, just trying to be respectful.
Yeah. It's yeah, I can stay on something in my head for sure.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. I'll tell you what, which I was excited before, I'm excited again when I get this bike back on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I want to go on some fucking rides, dude. It's been years.
It really has been since you sold your shovel.
Yep.
And dude, we in fact we haven't ridden since we got a little ride down the other day.
Yeah, then again, fucking transmission and whatever.
But I feel like back in Revenge Run 2 days,
Yeah.
that one was awesome.
Dude, and I haven't been on many rides like that going to camp out and shit.
Yeah.
But fuck, I think that shit was badass, man.
Wasn't it?
It was fucking badass. I mean, going on the road, I had goddamn goosebumps every fucking where.
That might have been the rain because you didn't have a jacket on or rain gear.
The 50-degree raining, my hair down over my shoulders,
Dude,
and 50-degree weather.
Oh, that was so fucking awesome. I was looking at you from behind, and that shovel was it was a Dyna.
It was a FXWG. It was a 1980.
I guess
Wide
so.
glide.
Yeah. Dude, it was a cool fucking bike.
It was.
It was. But it had you had those apes on there.
Yeah.
And those fucking fishtails on there.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was the stock freaking tins.
Yeah.
And dude, that bike just looked badass.
It did.
And I remember us rolling out from Jacksonville, and it started fucking raining, and you had on that fucking sleeveless freaking camo fucking.
That was my dad's army jacket.
That thing was so sick. Dude, we were rolling and it was fucking raining, and you were just blasting through it. I was going, fuck.
You know,
Joe's looking so fucking cool right now.
But on the inside, I'm screaming like a motherfucker.
Fuck. Yeah.
You know, I see a couple fellas that were on that ride, and they tell me, man, I'll never forget looking up and seeing you. They're like, I was cold until I looked up at you
Dude.
and wondering how the fuck you're doing that.
No shit.
I was like, trust me, bro. I was fucking freezing.
Well, we were a lot younger back then too.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I guess when you get a little older, you get pussy. A little bit pussy
25, 26 years old, we were good to go.
Good to go.
Yeah. Fuck.
Dude, I'll tell you, man, that was one of the best times of my life, man. And that's what I want to get back to. That's what I'm doing all this shit for.
Yeah. Well, we will do it again.
Yes.
You got October, the war run.
Yeah, I'm hoping 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I've got everything I need. Just I need that flywheel to come, and it needs to come correct.
Right.
If it is what it is.
Better come correct.
Yeah, and I told him, package the fuck out of that, because I can't. Man, that thing gets banged up once and gets out of fucking balance or untrue.
Oh, God.
I'll be a pissed off Polish guy.
Yeah. Are you Polish?
Polish as fuck.
Yeah.
Zamorsky.
Dude, I love it. I'll never forget remember The Breakup? You remember that movie, The Breakup?
Yeah.
With Vince Vaughn?
Oh, yeah.
And dude, after he got his ass beat by her gay brother or whatever, and the singers.
That shit's hilarious.
He goes, I'm not talking to. What did he say? He goes, I'm not talking to a couple fairies with a. What the fuck did he say? I can't remember. But he goes,
I can't remember.
But he goes, I'm talking about some goddamn Polacks that don't have a fucking thing to lose.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of shit from being a Polack. Fuck it, it's who I am.
Fuck yeah. He goes, some guys from my neck of the woods. Dude, that movie is so fucking funny.
It is.
Yeah. What the fuck were we just talking about? The revenge run.
Yeah.
The war run. October.
Yeah, October. About 3 weeks, I'm hoping. 4 weeks to be down. And as long as I can get all my clearances right and be happy, my OCD ass ready. Because everything's ready to go. Everything's cleaned up. Gas is cleaned off.
Man, I ought to be over there for the final assembly. I need to... I just need to
Dude, you're
watch
always welcome.
I appreciate that.
Always.
Man. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
That's just a good learning experience. See some shit. Because really what is very difficult and shit in my mind is probably not that difficult.
You know, and I've realized that, and I hear people talk about, work on this bike, so I'm scared to do this and whatnot. Fucking get in there, and once you take it apart and you realize what it is, I'm not trying to take away from any of those good mechanics out there.
Right.
But I'm just saying, once you break into it and realize how much there really isn't to it, dude, you'll be fucking good to go. It just takes that first step of going, fuck it, I'm taking it apart. Yeah. And then you'll be like, oh, wow, this isn't that bad. But there's just like any professional makes their job look easy. There's just all the small, tiny things you have to do right. Like turning certain lifters the correct way where the oil holes goes faces the right way. Just small shit like that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Which,
Do you have a manual for that motor?
I don't have a manual.
Really?
No.
Holy fuck.
Dude, the internet nowadays, fucking insane.
I gotcha. Are you YouTubing a bunch of shit?
YouTubing a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a lot that I've known over the, especially with the shovel. I'm dealing with the same fucking motorcycle pretty much, except for the fucking heads, basically. Yeah. Which are pretty damn close to being the same anyways. Yeah, I have no manual. I need one. But I've pretty much written down and found out all the clearances that I need on what. Yeah. So I think I'll be good to go. Yeah. I hope so. I will, damn it. I will.
Yes, you will.
I will.
I think it's fucking awesome. I've never gone that far, Yeah. But yeah, just in my experience, you just have to do it and you'll...
It is. And there's just some certain things that you don't want to do, I mean, I'm speaking to the choir to some people, like jamming fucking a flathead in there to try to break cases or pulling barrels off the top of the damn case, jamming shit where it doesn't need to be. If you can't break it apart by your hand or a rubber hammer, go get a special tool. Yeah. Or fucking look it up on the internet and figure it out. Don't destroy your shit. Yeah. Just to get it apart, don't do that, because you got to put it back together. Yeah. So do it right, taking it apart, and it'll save you some bullshit in the end.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good tip. Don't get frustrated. Yeah,
don't.
Take a fucking rubber mallet and smack some shit.
Yeah, I mean, everybody starts somewhere. I smack shit all the time.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, like I said, everybody starts somewhere, man. You got to start somewhere, fuck.
Well, so you got Vinny's bike built and your bike kind of side by side.
Yeah. He, I like his bike. It turned out pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That sissy bar, I think we're going to add a few little details in the sissy bar, but everything we did was pretty much stainless. Always, he ain't got to paint it up or we just roll with it. Right. But he wanted that thing just hop on and fucking go. Yeah. So it turned out pretty cool, man. I mean, got a new wire harness for it, and then completely rewired everything. Yeah, good. Everything's kind of hidden in the battery box, all jammed in there. Mm-hmm. So it looks pretty good.
It looks pretty clean, man.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Both of you, but you didn't weld up your swing arm, did you?
No, I'm leaving that. I think when the time comes, I'm just gonna throw it in a rigid frame completely. Yeah. And I'll probably save that frame for a soft tail shovel, because a late shovel I think will go straight into that frame. I think my next build will be a shovel.
Yeah.
Which not like I built a shitload of bikes, but
Right.
you know.
Well, you have here in the last few years, I feel like.
Got the old lady on that CB200.
Dude, I saw that
Yeah.
on the gram.
Yeah, man.
How's she riding around?
She is ready for second gear.
Yeah. Nice. You just told her to stay in first.
Yeah, dude, she's been putting around. She's kind of getting the feel of it. I don't have the front brake on it yet, so it's kind of just the foot brake, but she's not even out of first gear.
Yeah.
I got some tuning to do on it, but it's a little 76 CB200, man, with the fucking exhaust cut off and fucking jetted it. I still got some tuning to do. But it sounds fucking cool, man. It's a cool little bike, dude.
Yeah.
But she's going to be jumping over to the Harley side once she gets rocking and rolling.
Yeah, fucking right. Get her. She needs an Evo or a freaking shovel.
She really likes the sport. She likes Maddie's bike.
Hey, Maddie's bike is for sale.
I think that fucking Sporty's fucking cool. And
Just saying.
I know she was disappointed that it came up for sale before her time is ready. So maybe if you hold on to it long enough,
Yeah.
it could come to the Zamorsky
I
side.
mean, that thing right there, just you can set it right there in the garage and she can look at it and it gives her something to look forward to.
The salesman over here.
Oh, man, fuck. Hang on. We got Steven.
Is that a knucklehead, Steven?
Yeah.
Dude, that is a cool. He's the one that bought my shovel.
Yeah.
Went to Bling Cycles, right? I think
It did.
Cycles?
Dude, freaking Bill is friends with Bill Dodge.
Right.
Is friends with some of our friends out in the Charlotte area.
Right.
So he was. I should have mentioned that to him. He stayed at our buddy freaking Superfly, Chris Wade's house when we were all out there for the congregation.
Yeah.
And yeah, I forgot to even mention that to him that he had. I mean, I'm sure he goes through a bunch of bikes that he builds and sends
I'm
out.
sure.
But that thing turned out really nice.
Yeah, Steven sent me a picture of it, and it looked totally different, but in a good way.
Yeah.
It was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, by the time, it wasn't the classy shovel that I originally got. By the time I got it, put the 3-inch open belt, fucking put the bolt on, rigid hardtail. It was completely different. Put the Sportster tank on it and shit.
What happened to? Why did you change that? Did you just want to change it up?
I just wanted to change it up.
Yep.
Yeah, and looking back now, I wish I wouldn't have.
It was definitely. It was, in my opinion, when it was set up just stock with those apes and those fishtails was my favorite.
I totally agree. I was just looking for a change, but there was just things on that thing. I'm sure if I sent it away if I knew then what I know now, I could have had that thing perfect.
Yeah.
You know, but it was just, I was fucking tired of it. So, got rid of it.
Dude, the fucking phone is blowing up.
Popular guy.
No. I did the same shit when I changed the my Evo chopper.
Yeah.
When it was all black and had that black front end on it. I don't know if you remember that bike.
I don't remember. I remember the bike when you had your rabbit ears on it and shit like that.
Before that, like the Revenge Run days, when I had those freaking window bars in there, those square window bars.
Yeah, okay.
And it was a black front end with those fork gators.
I remember now.
Dude, that bike was, and the fucking front wheel was black and the damn black back wheel, everything was black.
Right. Black
and it looked fucking tough as shit back then.
Dude,
and then I changed it to that fucking gold shit with the
gold tank and shit, right?
And it just wasn't the same.
You rode the piss out of that thing. Not hard, but you went everywhere in that thing, didn't you?
We did. Yo, you're live. What's up?
Hey, man, just I stopped to get gas down here at the Kangaroo. Go head out and get some lunch. Just taking a bike ride.
Oh. Yeah, are you on the bike right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dude, you look like you were home, man. I was knocking, ringing.
I didn't hear the ring. I heard the dogs barking.
That must okay. That's what
Yeah.
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 Ring the bell. Anyway, have you eaten lunch?
No, I haven't yet.
Want to take a bike ride? That's where I'm headed. I'm starving, so I was going out somewhere. Don't give a fuck where to eat lunch.
Well, fuck, dude. I guess I am gonna go fucking eat. Have you eaten anything?
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
ate before I came here. Yeah. Go get you some, bro.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
All right, dude. Thanks for sitting down.
Yeah, no doubt, brother.
Holla holla.
Yeah, man.
There you have it. Joe Z in the house. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us, bud. It's fucking killer. Hey, look, we got some events coming up. It looks like the next one that's going to be happening is Fuel Cleveland on, I just was talking about this before. I think it's July 28th, 29th, that weekend. If you go to fuelcleveland.com, you can find out all the information about that. And then also, before that, God, the Run to RATON. That's happening July 21st through the 23rd in New Mexico. Look, they're having a party. It's no show. They're raffling off JP's 2017 Born Free bike. He's been posting up a bunch of stuff about it. I saw Lowbrow posted up some stuff about it. Chopper Supply Co. You can get your tickets for it there. ChopperSupplyCo.com. So go there, check it out. Dude, freaking get you a ticket. I got mine. It only takes one to win, but buy multiple if you want to. I got a few chances because I think there was some kind of giveaway or fucking not giveaway, but some sort of way to get another chance. You had to post a picture of your Chopper Supply Co. sticker that said, I got mine or something like that. If you check out ChopperSupplyCo.com, they'll be able to tell you how to do all this stuff. But that's happening July 21st through the 23rd. Looks like he's getting the town ready for it. Then the Twin Rivers Campout is Twin Rivers Chopper Campout is happening August 18th and 19th in Crumbler, North Carolina. Like, I'm looking good. Fuck, I can't fucking talk. Looking forward to this one. Zach was on way back in the beginning of the year talking about it, and maybe if we can catch up with him, we can find out some more info about this thing before it happens next month. But they're doing it at the Twin Rivers Family Campground in Crumbler, North Carolina. There's no run this year, just camping and partying. So, fucking get out there. We'll be out there. That's on the way tip-top fucking portion of North Carolina. So, I don't know if we're going to ride up there or if we're going to van up. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what's going on that weekend. We'll see. But then By the River is August 26th, the following weekend. We're doing that at the Lumber River Family Campground. Dude, there's no real organization to this one. We're just going to be out there in the vans. If you want to come out and party, come on. Look it up on Google. You'll see where it's at. Lumber River Family Campground. And then the Thunderbird Hotel Party, Death Science, happening September 7th and September 9th. Florence, South Carolina. Josh Rising and Chevy are putting that thing on. There's a dress code. You got to have a Hawaiian shirt if you're going to be fucking hanging out by the pool. And that is required. We might have Big Scott standing fucking security on that one. What else? The Georgia Grundle Run. I need to get with these guys. They were talking about coming on and giving us a little bit more information about what's going on there. I think that's up in North Georgia, kind of my neck of the woods, which I'm into. If I'm on this side of the coast on September 23rd, I will definitely be there for sure. And then, of course, we're having the War Run October 14th, Saturday, Wilmington, North Carolina. We're starting in Dunn, North Carolina, taking 421 south all the way down. Going to stop at Moores Creek Battleground, kind of hang out for a second. And then it's about maybe 20 miles from Moores Creek Battleground to the compound. We're doing the after party there. There's tent camping available. And there's going to be also, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there is the biggest mini bike race in the country of the century happening that evening. Under the lights, getting fucking fired up, running some mini bikes, trying not to crash. We've got a $75 for second place, $50 for third place, $10 ahead for each racer. There's, I think, 24. Scott told me last time I talked to him, signed up right now. So that's $240 in the pot. Dude, first place gets the remainder. We're not keeping any of this shit. He's getting it all together right now as far as sponsors and stuff go. Last year there was, I I think there was like 40 or 60 boxes that we gave away for the raffle. So, I mean, if you come down and you're there, you got a good chance of walking away with some cool shit. We had stuff from Builtwell, freaking, who else? Support Good Times, Chop Cult, Show Class. There was all kinds of shit in there. Some tattoo giveaways. Dude, it was fucking killer. We're going to have another good time. It should be a little bit bigger this year. Although, when these runs get fucking huge, it kind of takes the fun out of it when they get gigantic. It's fun when you got about 60 to 80 people. Everybody can kind of meet each other and say what's up. You start getting a shit ton of folks, and everybody just kind of clicks up, which is cool too. But the smaller ones are always fun. So we'll see what happens this year. It'll be bigger. But then also on October 28th, I think it's a couple weekends after that, is Southbound and Down. Dude, we went down and kicked it with those dudes last year and had a fucking blast in Tampa at whatever this place was that they had the after party. It was awesome. It was like this trailer park on the water, and the Black Widow was in there hustling people. It was fucking great. Random as shit. So, anyways, that's about it, guys. It is Tuesday morning, and you guys are at work. I'm at work. We'll have Scott back on Friday's show, and dude, that's about all we got. I hope you guys have a good week. If you got anything you need to send me some fucking voicemails so I can play them on the damn show. Wes at ridersonthenorm.com. We'll see you Friday.